Hey, good morning. Oh, got a frog in my throat. That's what they say anyway. How are you? I hope you're well. I hope you're good. It is 5:30 on this Sunday, the 25th of October 2020. Um, so I had not a bit of a struggle, but I had to shuffle the cards a few times this morning to get the message. And when the message came, whoa, I got it. The chess queen, which we've seen before, only this time she was upside down, inverted, which talks about being a challenge or listening to the challenge. Um, these cards, when they're upright, they show up as an ally. When they're challenged, the ally gives you the underlying message that you have to pay attention to. And this message is clear that we're living a little too much in our heads, and not giving over to the powers that guide us forward with the wisdom that we're meant to pay attention to. It's easy to want to control the narrative, to want to make plans and then control every single thing about the plan. And that to me speaks of dragging the past into what's about to happen next. There's nothing wrong with taking what we've learned from the journey so far and using it as knowledge to not repeat some of the patterns that have created obstacles and squashed miracles. The danger of repeating patterns is that some of these patterns worked, or some of these actions worked, or some of these things worked when we were dealing with another goal and another dream and another result. But oftentimes, as we expand and we grow, and the earth expands and grows, and the culture expands and grows, and our friendships change and our relationships change, there's a part of the human experience that wants to hold on to the past, to control what happens next. And there's a lovely, delightful saying that Colette Baron-Reid talks about in the description for the chess queen, and it is, when man plans, God laughs. It's time with this card and with this meditation this morning to remember there's a bigger force of power, not only accessible to all of us, but at work at all times. Our challenge is we're not always acting, planning, plotting for our highest good. We're planning, plotting, and scheming in what we believe is going to benefit us no matter what. But then there's the expectation that everyone else has to fall in line and do our bidding. And that's not necessarily right. It's not necessarily proper. And the lessons that we learn as a result of it seem to deal a heavy blow when either they don't work out, they don't happen, and we get in our head about that too. The blame game, the all of the other nonsense that goes with it. So the chess queen and the message as a challenge is to simply ask, you can, what is to and for my highest good? Or be grateful that everything in front of you around you and with you right now is already for your highest good. And the plans that come forward will be for your highest good, even if they don't appear to be that way in the beginning. Like, why would these terrible things happen? We all go into that. The challenge is if we think that life is supposed to be sunny days and just wonderful all the time, then we wouldn't really have the balance that's here. Challenging things happen to us all the time. Stuff happens to everybody. It's really how you sit back, take a look, which is the best route forward for everyone. Not just for you, me, the whole of mankind as a whole. I think about insects, ants, for want of a better expression. We don't like them, but in their world, the whole entire colony works together to bring food, to find food, to source food. The same with bees. The entire hive works to make honey. They work together. They're not against each other. I can't imagine a hive of bees telling each other, well, you made more honey than I did, so you get to use more. I mean, that's just ridiculous. So think about where in your life right now you want something to happen and you've been living in the world of thoughts instead of getting out of your thoughts and letting it go. So we're going to meditate, and this will be a good one. I think it feels good. I'm never really sure quite what journey we go on, but we're going to go on one. Get your feet flat on the floor. Take a big breath in. Release out anything you believe is stuck, stiff energy, all those pockets of energy. Let them go. Just keep on following your breath. Releasing out the stuff that sticks you. Now bring your attention to your feet. Know that your feet are grounding you to the earth. Begin to see your ankles. Take your mind to your shins and the skin on your shins. Pay attention to your right knee, what's happening in your right knee. Just be mindful to ground in. To look at your knee, to feel your knee, to understand how your knee makes the two bones that connect them work. Focus on your left knee, the front of your left knee, the back of your left knee. Work your mind up through your left thigh, your left hip, move across to your right hip, through your pelvis and down into your right upper leg bone. Get a sense that you're from your hips down both legs, through both heels, into the core of the earth. That you are rooted and grounded right here in this space. Let your mind, your consciousness, and your thoughts move into your belly area. And all of the internal organs, liver and kidneys, lower and upper intestinal tract, bladders and spleen, all of those automatic organs that make up your human physical body. Know that what they are doing together, working together inside your body, is for your highest good, to survive, to stay alive. Lift your consciousness up into your rib cage and all the bones of your ribs. Focus on how your rib cage comes from your spinal column and floats, creating a delicate barrier that protects your heart and your lungs, your upper respiratory area. Notice how the diaphragm lowers to let air into your lungs and expands your chest and upper back, and how it lifts to let the air back out again. Open your mind and consciousness to the expansion in your chest. And to know that the bones and the muscles, ligaments, tissues, veins and arteries are all working without protest to keep everything going. Focus on your right arm from the upper right arm bone through the elbow into the lower arm bone and the wrist, and from the wrist into the fingertips. As you breathe in, send that light, that energy, all the way down your right arm. Know and be grateful for how your right arm, if it's your dominant arm, holds a pen or a paintbrush. How the way that your right arm and your right hand and your right fingers move the implement that allows you to paint or draw or write. Focus on your left arm from your left shoulder socket through your elbow into your lower left forearm, your left wrist and all your left fingers. Bring your mind and your gratitude to how your left arm, whether it's your dominant or your supportive arm, supports the balance for the other arm. Move your mind and consciousness up into your shoulders. The levers and bones and muscles, ligaments that allow you to lift and lower your arms, to move them back and forwards. How your shoulders allow you to rotate and turn. Move into the small bones of your neck, supporting your jaw and your head, your skull, your brain. Be with the sensation of how your neck allows you to turn your head from left to right, to tuck your chin and lift your chin. How your neck, muscles and bones allow you to swallow. How your lower and upper jaw opens and closes for speech and to chew food. Think about how your ears hear, your nose smells. And your two eyes see, your third eye sees. Lift your mind up to the top of your head and how the top of your head has the ability to be connected to source energy, vibrational energy. Think of yourself as being grounded into Mother Earth, connected into the heavens, the ethers, tethered. Know that your soul is anchoring into your physical body. Know that your spirit and your higher consciousness balances and works with your physical body. Keep breathing in clean, cleansing air. Exhale and release all of the static thoughts, the negative thoughts, judgmental thoughts, blaming thoughts. Release all thoughts that are not for your highest good. Cut the ties that bind you to these negative, limiting thoughts. Release these negative, limiting feelings. Make room for what's possible and allow the possibility to be completely and utterly divinely guided. Bring your hands to prayer at heart center. Honor yourself. Lift your thumb knuckles up between your third eye center and honor everyone on the planet that supports you, that's got your back, and all those that you support with their endeavors. And together we bow and say namaste. That was a good one. So, to recap, the message for you today is to set your intention out there for the highest good of what you want to have happen and the highest good of what you want your loved ones to have happen. Let them go, and then let whatever happens happen. Meditation teaches me, and hopefully I can share with you, the ability to be connected but not so absorbed. To be a witness and a listening vessel for the pathway and the journey that you're on, not bogged into it and stuck to it and just entrenched in it. What would be a good activity, a very good activity at this time of the year to land all of this is things like going out in the garden, walking, or raking leaves, or doing things that are earthy, that are grounding and rigorous. The other good thing, if it's wet, raining, you can't really be outside, is to go through cupboards and closets, kitchens, look in your spice cupboard, your clothing cupboard, anything that allows you to physically remove the stuff that you've been stuck to, things that you feel you have to hold on to for some kind of emotional or sentimental reason. And if it allows you to feel lifted and gifted and great, such as books and photos and paintings and anything that does that, then there's the difference. That's your highest good. But if it's just something that's there because you just feel like if you get rid of it or you toss it or you don't use it anymore, there won't be any more, that is not for your highest good. That's when you say, I'm in my head and I'm not in my highest good. Someone else can use this, or it's time to discard it. All right, my friends, have a great Sunday. And set yourself up for the week. All right, I love you and I appreciate you for tuning in and wish you nothing but the best. Bye.